Hi everyone, welcome to the Laser Channel where we learn, create, and share. My name is Greg, and in today's video, I have the Mecpow M1 laser machine, a fun-sized machine that's ready to go right out of the box. I also have the P50 Fume Extractor paired with the machine. We're going to be checking all of this out in today's video, and let's get started by checking out what the M1 looks like. While I do that, I'm going to go over some of the specs on the machine. Like, this is offered in two different laser watt modules, a 3.5 watt and a 5 watt. The machine that I have is going to be the lower powered one and better priced one at 3.5 watts. Now, on this fun-sized machine, the work area is going to come in at about 100 millimeters square, which is going to be about 4 inches square. So a nice, fun, compact size work area. Get this out. This thing is very well packaged. So as we can see, this machine comes fully assembled. All right, about a minute later, I have all the components that are unpackaged from this protective white foam. I'm gonna grab the camera and let's do a quick flyby to see all the things that are included with the machine. Let's check this all out, starting out with the first item we saw when I opened the box, the user manual. Some sample materials. This is some chipboard material, some black coated aluminum cards, basic tools for maintenance on the machine, a motor cable for connecting a rotary up to the M1, along with some standoff legs, and when using the rotary, it is recommended to use the safety glasses that come with the machine. A USB card reader and SD memory card. I highly recommend copying all those files over to your computer before installing it into the machine. A USB cable for computer connection and a power pack rated at 12 volts at 5 amps. And the exhaust port that goes on the back of the machine. And speaking of the back of the machine, let's take a quick peek of that. Before we do that, we're going to look at the top of the machine and see that we do have some basic controls on here, which means that this machine can run without a computer connected to it. On the back is the exhaust port with a power fan to quickly exhaust all the smoke fumes out of the machine. Directly above that is the power input. The square plug is the cable for the rotary attachment, and the small USB cable is the computer connection, and then the slot is for the SD memory card. We checked out the outside and everything is very nice, sleek, and modern looking, and I just love this green eye-friendly shield. But now it's time to fold that out of the way and check out what's on the inside, starting out with this nice metal aluminum plate that everything is attached to. We're going to see that we've got the laser module already pre-installed on the machine, so it truly is ready to run out of the box. Absolutely no assembly is required. I'm going to rotate the machine a little bit so that we can check out the laser module, specifically the focusing arm that's built into the side. There's a little thumb screw in the back here, and I can loosen that up, and then the laser module easily moves up and down, setting the perfect focus. One of the really cool things I like about this machine is it has a removable plate in the middle. With it currently removed, I can engrave on some really large items like the top of my workbench. It does include the plate that fits in there, and it's got a couple of squares to help me get things perfectly aligned, and that just simply sets in there for perfect alignment and placement of my work materials. The last thing we're going to check out before we dive into the computer and start running the M1 is going to be the P50 Fume Extractor, and this thing is fun size and cute, just like the laser machine it's going to be connected up to. So it's got some nice digital controls over the front, and on the top, that just simply wiggles and pops right off. And it's got a pre-filter on the top. And in fact, if I reach across the screen, it does come with 4 spare pre-filters. Next after that is going to be the fine filter. And I reach all the way down there and give it a little wiggle, I get the third and final filter, and if I give it a little bit of a shake by the microphone, we'll hear that we can hear the active charcoal elements in here. So despite it being small, it actually has all the proper filter elements that its large counterparts would have. The P50 also includes all the additional parts that I would expect when installing the P50 on the M1 machine, like a length of exhaust hose, 2 exhaust clamps, and this tiny little baby screwdriver for installing the hose clamps. And it does have this power adapter. These wall cubes I do find hog up a lot of space on power strips. And lastly, we do have the user manual, because this thing actually does have some pretty cool features on it that you can check out on the Mecpow website, which I'll have links down below for you to check out the Fume Extractor and the M1 laser machine in both the 3.5 and 5 watt models. Now with all of that covered, let's get this connected up to a computer and start making some fun projects. While my computer finishes booting up, I wanted to mention that if we took out all of my talking and geeking out over the laser machine and the Fume Extractor, we would find it only took a couple short minutes to unbox the machine, connect power up to it, and connect the computer up to the machine. This is all due to the machine being 100% pre-assembled and ready to run straight out of the box. Now my computer is all set, so I'm ready to connect up to the machine. The machine, by the way, is going to be compatible with today's popular software packages, including the free Laser Gerbil software, the free MKS mobile app, and the software I'm going to be using today, the ever popular Lightburn software. Let's get the material inside the machine, and we'll also set the focus at the same time. Now line the material up with the white squares inside. I'm going to use the one that says 455, that's going to be the blue laser diode. And I'll use 2 paces of blue painter's tape to ensure that the work material doesn't shift around during the laser time. I'll fold the lever down and lower the laser module. Next, I'll import a graphic file. Referencing the user manual for the laser machine, I have some settings for the wood material. That's going to be 2000 millimeters per minute or 33 millimeters per second at 100%. This all looks good, and from here I'm ready to start the Fume Extractor and hit the start button and relax and watch our first project being made on the M1 laser machine. The first project turned out absolutely perfect. The detail is absolutely phenomenal, and most of all, the engraving turned out really nice and dark. And now it's time for the last project, this black coated aluminum card that is included with the machine. And just like the first project, I'm going to use a graphic that was included on that SD card. We'll jump back into Lightburn and check out the graphic that I picked for our second and final project. The first project was a nice flower. The second project is going to be a dragon. Let's check it out. I think this is going to look really sharp on that black aluminum card. And just like the first project, I have my material taped down inside of the machine. Focus has been set, and I referenced the user manual for some engraving settings. And just like that, I'm ready to start the Fume Extractor and hit the start button and start our second and final project in today's video. After a quick wipe down with some denatured alcohol, now we'll check out the results. Now this thing really pops and the detail is incredible. Even though I reduced the lines per inch resolution, the results still look phenomenal. Today's sample projects turned out absolutely perfect, and I think the really amazing part is that they were made on a budget entry-level machine. The level of quality that it produced on these projects is absolutely amazing. Here's my thoughts about this setup in no particular order, starting out with the whole genre of budget machines or entry-level machines. Normally, I kind of honestly turn my nose up at them. I was more interested in larger, more powerful, precise machines, and I completely forgot about the market of people that just want to get into making laser projects, and maybe they don't have a whole lot of space, or maybe they don't want to spend a whole lot of money, and this is going to be a perfect setup, especially when it's paired with the Fume or smoke extractor, because I understand that there's a lot of people that are renting or they're in an apartment or something and they can't really just vent the exhaust right out of the room. So this, being all self-contained, works out really well. And best of all, when I made this first project engraving wood, I could only very, very faintly detect that I was actually engraving wood. This smoke filter, despite its size, really draws a lot of air and it does an awesome job of filtering out the smoke. I especially like the eye-friendly laser shield. Unless I'm running the rotary unit, there's no need for me to wear safety glasses. Something to keep in mind with this being a 3.5 watt laser module is you probably want to keep your projects just to engraving. It does a phenomenal job of engraving. It is going to take a little bit longer, but if you want to go faster or you're looking to cut some 2mm plywood, then you're going to want to look at the version with the 5 watt laser module. One of the things that I can do is actually tell the future a little bit sometimes, and I know that there's going to be people commenting on, there's a lot of people out there with this exact laser machine just with a different company's name on that. And while I would say that yes, the form factor is very similar to those other ones, it's in fact not the same machine. The controller board is going to be different, the laser module is going to be different, and most of all, the bottom of the machine is going to be different. This is an all aluminum base plate. Those other machines are going to utilize plastic, and if in fact we open this up, the removable plate in the middle is a solid piece of metal. Let me grab that out of here. The other machines, they'll have a bunch of attachment points, which has its own value to it. It's pretty neat for batching out little projects. However, that means there's a bunch of little holes in that plate, and if you're running the 5 watt laser module cutting through materials, the laser will go through the holes in that plate, leaving marks or little dots on your table. So in fact, while this looks like a lot of machines on the market, it is very different, and different is good in this case. I like this machine a lot, and I would recommend it for anybody looking into getting into laser engraving. If you have any thoughts about this machine, I'd love to hear them down in the comments down below. And don't forget to show this video some love by giving it a like or subscribing to the channel. It's a great way to help this channel grow, and it's an awesome way to connect video content like this with other great viewers just like you. And until we meet again in the next video, I'm Greg from the Laser Channel, where we learn, create, and share.